What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Modern Philosopher. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe because I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of March, and I need you guys' help to help me do that. So go ahead and hit the like button. Leave a little comment down there, just to let me know what your opinion on the topic was, and share with your friends and family because I think it's important that we all share different perspectives so we can figure out some of the problems to life, right? Today, I'm going to be talking about the pressures of life. So I'm gonna be vulnerable with you guys here in a minute, right? One of my insecurities when I started going to the gym was that I didn't have big enough arms. All right, now it's some of you guys are probably like, oh my God, this guy, it's trivial, it's not that big of a deal. But for me, when I was like, 17, 18, man, it was a big deal for me because I didn't have confidence with girls. I never did. So I thought that, if I get big enough arms and if I become this stud, that'll make up for that lack of confidence. So I started hitting the gym hard. I'm hitting curls, man, I'm hitting bench, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting bigger essentially because I'm eating a lot more pasta. I'm doing everything that I can. And then I remember one day, I start seeing results and I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. And then I never felt like I was where I wanted to be. So what ended up happening was, I walk around and I always felt like people were silently judging me because this guy's going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week and yet he doesn't have big arms, like, woe is him. And I felt that people were just judging me and just, behind my back and whatever not. And I never really, people would say like, oh my God, wow, you're so much different. Like you look like you're working out. And those words would just go in one ear and then out the other ear. And I never take those compliments. And I just get so caught up. I think people were just judging me when in reality, people just didn't care. And sometimes in our lives, what happens is, we get so caught up on one insecurity of ourselves that we get so obsessed within that insecurity that we start projecting and feeling like we have to defend ourselves to other people because, maybe we think they're judging us. Maybe we think they think we're not good enough, and whatever. And so I want to talk about essentially the difference between external pressure versus internal pressure. External pressure is certain standards that are set out for you, whether by your parents, by your wife, your brother, your sister, whoever, right? There is a certain standard of living that is that you can say, this is my role. This is what is expected of me. You can say that maybe someone else expects it from you, right? That's an external pressure, right? So if you're a father, you're expected to be a good father because you have a kid. That pressure comes from, your kid. They're looking up to you to be their dad or, their mom and stuff like that too. But the internal pressure is a little bit different. I believe within every human, there is a desire to progress. There's a desire to develop. Everything about the human body is centered around the fact of growth, right? We're not as small as we were when we were babies. We grew. Our understanding has grown. Our ability to, talk, to communicate, hopefully, has grown a lot more than it was when we were kids, right? Our actions have grown. We're a lot stronger. We're maybe faster, we're maybe a little more handsome. You know what I'm saying? But everything about the human body is centered around growth. And the reason why we're able to grow is that I believe that there is something innate within humans. There's an instinct to want to become better. And this is more mental or more spiritual than anything, right? Where maybe you look at your life and you see that you're not all that you want to be. But you want to become somebody. You want to be somebody. You want to be somebody that people respect, that people look at and be like, wow, I want to be like that guy. But I believe that what causes the problem is you have a desire to want to become better, but you're not taking steps towards that destination. And as a result, there's a conflict and there's a war that's tearing you inside. And I think a lot of people, what they do is they think that conflict, that war that's coming is the judgment of other people. It's the judgment that people are silently criticizing you, silently trying to, undermine you. Maybe they're saying one thing to your face, but behind your back, they're like, oh my God, look at that guy. He's totally worthless. He's totally useless. He's not good enough, right? We think that. But in reality, it's not that. It's oftentimes not that people really think that about us. It's that we think that about ourselves. And it's easier to think that other people are criticizing us and other people are holding us to a standard for us than it is to accept that maybe, just maybe, we are not who we want to be. Now, I have a solution for that, guys. It's very easy. Start working on yourself. Start becoming better. Start taking steps to address the insecurities that you have, to address the flaws that you have, or to address the issues in your life. Now, it doesn't have to be that, you have to all of a sudden just go out and start and try to solve the biggest of your problems, but start small. Maybe it's that you want a better paying job. Find out how to get there. Maybe it's that you want a better relationship. Find out how to have a good relationship. Take an example of people who are in the type of relationship you want to take, right? But what you'll find is when you start taking steps to better yourself, the less you feel judged by other people and the more you start feeling accepted by other people. Because a lot of people can compliment you. A lot of people can tell you, hey, you're an awesome person. But if you do not believe that about yourself, the only thing you'll ever hear is that people are saying, hey, you're good, but. There's always that but that's there. And you'll feel like it's a silent judgment. It's a silent criticism against you. You have to understand that instinct inside all of us is there to facilitate growth. Not just growth physically, but also spiritually, mentally. Like you want to develop yourself. You want to be the best version of yourself, right? And if you don't take action to get to that destination, it's going to cause a rift, an internal rift. And you might think that other people are just trying to tear you down, when in reality, you're just not being productive. So I want to encourage you guys today to be productive. I want to encourage you guys to start taking steps and make sure that the pressure that you feel within yourself is not something that is tearing you apart. Okay? I don't want you guys to fall victim to their own internal pressure. I want you guys to take that pressure, turn it into motivation, and put it into something useful, right? Because what tends to happen is that internal pressure turns to obsession, and that obsession turns to resentment for other people. If you start addressing it, you won't ever let it turn into obsession. It'll never turn into resentment. And when you start accepting the flaws and working on those flaws and working on those insecurities, you start loving yourself the way you should be. You should love yourself. Then it makes it easier for you to love other people. Anyway, guys, that's my word for the day. I hope it made sense. Hope you guys understood what it is I was trying to say today. And like I said, give me a like, leave me a comment down there. Let me know what your thoughts are on the topic. If you guys want me to talk about something, let me know. I really want to dive into these words, man, because I think it's important we talk about life. I think it's important that each of us come together, not just as a society, but just as a human race, and help each other find the answers to life. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in another video. Deuces.